Hey everyone, this is your host of the People Drink Words podcast, Jean Dominguez, and I am here today to try something new. So, as it turns out, with the current circumstances, there is no way that I can have another episode of People Drink Words featuring external guests. At least not for a long, long time. Because one of the key things of People Drink Words is that I get to speak with people, to connect with people over a drink, face to face, and you can't really do that over Zoom. So I thought, okay, I don't want to kill the format, I want to put it on a hiatus for now. But in the meantime, since I do enjoy that podcasting thing, I want to keep going with something different, something new. I want to just come here and speak some shit. Just say words. Say words without a drink. Just, yeah, put my mind out there. So as you will know, it's not gonna be anything like your regular People Drink Words. There is an episode 10 in the pipes though, before we fully move to that whole new format. And hopefully it gets released before that whole mad situation that we're living in. But yeah, for sure, it will be a long time before an episode 11 comes out. So that thing is just some stuff that I'm probably gonna do daily. I'm not quite sure how often, but it's just a thing that I'm gonna do to just speak about what's going on around here. And yeah, how we deal with lockdown all over. That's what I'd like to hear from you people, like to hear about your situation, about your perspective on what's going on with that whole lockdown thing. For example, like what do you think about that crazy bullshit that happened over Thursday, like with these people gathering on a bridge to clap the doctors and nurses that will have to take care of them because they got sick, because they gathered on the bridge to clap them. This is just another level of stupid that I didn't think was possible to witness. But hey, here we are, 2020, going full steam on that Darwin scale. Yeah, so I do find that insane. And obviously, I don't wish anybody to just fall sick to that disease. But if I was to, that would be specifically to the people gathering to clap, doctors that will be too busy getting overworked and getting sick to save them in a couple of weeks. Yeah, that's just, I don't really have words for that, so I'm just gonna skip and move to something. Actually, yeah, about the whole clapping thing, I'm not a big fan of that. Like, I've really done it on the first night because my girlfriend wanted to do it. I thought, okay, you know what, let's show a bit of support. But realistically speaking, yeah, you might see some cool videos on Instagram or Facebook. You'll stack your likes, which is cool. It's great, good on you. But what good does that actually make to doctors? Like a prime example of that is that video. There are videos circulating on Twitter, and you can see it looks cool. It looks wholesome to see people gathered on a bridge deciding to thank doctors and nurses for what they're doing for us on a daily basis. Because lots of them just getting sick and dying, trying to save our dumb asses. Yeah, it doesn't seem that it does much for them, you know. And I feel like it's just a thing that people do, so either for attention or just to feel better about themselves. And what has to my point when I started my girlfriend the first night after going out, like, okay, I'll do it, but I'm done with this. So the main thing is, Thursday happened. I'm like, yeah, you're literally doing the opposite of what you do if you actually cared about those doctors and nurses. So yeah, proves the point that it's bullshit. There's no point doing that. Just don't. Just stay home, hang out, just enjoy Netflix, do some push-ups, but don't go out there. Like actually, the we're still going out for two specific things: grabbing some paracetamol or essential food, and throwing the bin. These are the two things that make us go outside. And actually, today I decided to skip even the food. Like, just take to online food delivery. And if it doesn't arrive, well, I guess we'll start hitting each other. That's it. I had a good run, so I'd rather take that chance than going outside because the amount of people not even respecting that whole security distance thing is staggering. I got out 5 minutes, throwing the bin, which was cool. So throwing the bin, I didn't run into anyone. That was empty. Great. The second I got on the main street, figured, okay, let's get some groceries while I'm outside. And I'm seeing it wasn't as packed as it would be on a Saturday, right? But still way too packed for what's said to be a lockdown, right? People just sticking to each other and you just walk on the side to avoid them and you feel like they're getting closer. Or like, wait, what are you doing? Just don't walk towards me. Back the fuck off. Back right off. And the thing is that confronting people risks them getting closer to you to antagonize you, which would then do the opposite of what you want to happen, which is them staying as far away as possible. So yeah, that just kind of sucks, and now we're just going to stick to going outside, fold the bin, couple minutes walk, throw the bins, go back home, lock the door, wash our hands, and that's it, just be done with that shit. So yeah, just looking at some options online to order food. But now, I mean, we have a good stock. That was more of an opportunistic attempt to buy stuff so that we can have more stock. But yeah, I guess we'll survive. Can easily survive a few weeks, like a few weeks without doing more groceries. So that'll be enough time if we find a good delivery service tonight to just get it. Yeah, we can wait. We can wait it out and stay home and go back to our, well, not normal lives, because normal's gone. We're not going back to what we had back a couple months ago. All we have is just that new world where, well, I actually don't feel like a new world when you walk back on the main streets next time. But looking at what's going on online and like different ministers' briefs in the UK, you can see that something's different. We're not meant to be out when we're creatures that like to live outside. Like we were hunting, gathering. Now we stuck home having to go for Hokkaido. So we're very far away from things that would be natural for us. And I'm saying us in the broader sense because I do love staying indoors, not going out. I enjoy going out, but I enjoy staying in. I enjoy staying in much more than I enjoy going out. So that whole thing, it's kind of a breather. Kind of a holiday. If you take out all the dark and the bullshit and the death and the madness out, it's as close to a holiday that I have from actual holidays. See what I mean? It's like, yes, still gotta work and shit. If you're lucky enough to still be able to work. But, closer to the holiday. And yeah, actually it needs to be closer to a holiday. Because if you're more stressed through work than you were when actually going to work when you're in your house, then something's wrong going on. Something is not right. And well, you can't quit your job because look at the condition, what's going on out there. Like, it's madness. Unless you're working in IT with recruiters just, spamming you every day, that it's going to be really complicated to just go and leave your job to do something else. That's kind of the reality for most people out there, and that sucks. That sucks. That's what's going on, but at least you get people that still get to work. The problem is just the minority that's just fucking it up for everyone, going out randomly. Everybody that discovered they're joggers now for some reason, or like, oh yeah, a good one. couple of weeks ago, I saw that there was a couple that was just walking by our place. I was like, oh, that's funny. They look way too fancy dressed for that time of the day. So they were like girls wearing a night dress, and the guy was basically in suit. And I'm like, huh, that's weird. They're carrying a bean bag around. Like they're just going to throw the bean. I thought, oh, okay, they try to make the max out of the situation to dress to impress at home or even to throw garbage. So they threw the bin and then they keep walking. They didn't go back home. They just were going out about their day just to go and chill outside. And I think, and when you see that sort of behavior taught by people gathering on a bridge, when you say, oh, wait a second, the peak of that epidemic is coming very soon. And yet, it seems like there's too many people that don't give a shit for us to get out of the situation soon. It looks like, so I was speaking to some friends last night, and it seems like we have the impression, all of us, that we're going to be in this for easily 12, 18 months before we go towards anything looking anywhere near normal. We're going to be like, even if we get to go outside by the end of the year, or even early 2021, chances are we'll still have to do that social distancing thing. But from what I just witnessed today, well, nobody's respecting it when we're meant to be respecting it. So imagine we say, oh, you can go outside now. That virus just gonna put right back in and wipe the fuck out of us. Well, at least the ones that won't be built to survive it. Because most people are going to be rolling dice. At some point, yes, you do have to reopen the economy. People are going crazy. And people are crazy now by going out when they're meant to be locked in. So imagine people actually going mad because they've been in, following the rules as they should, for 3-6 months. Stuff's going to go down. Stuff is going to go down when that happens. But yeah, our lifestyles changed a lot. The podcast format changed now. So no guest today, just me talking in front of the mic. And camera. Yeah, didn't have that on episode 2. And I mean, I'm asking myself a bunch of questions on like, what is changing that's not really, say, affecting me, but can be affecting you? Like, I was thinking about, okay, what about those people that are actively hunting for a partner on Tinder? What are they going to do? Like, can they still use it? Are they still using it? Or they just have to chat to their 20 different matches or one match, depending on, your luck or whatever you call it. Yeah, what's happening with them? Are they going to just stay locked in the bathroom 24/7 with Pornhub on? Like, what's happening? What are they going to do? Actually, if you're in that situation, I'd love to just, share your story and speak about what's going on the next episode, if there's next episode, because I'm just trying that shit out and seeing how it feels as I'm recording it, and I'm gonna maybe publish it. If I publish it, then I guess you know what's up. And yeah. And one last thing to wrap that on a more positive note. So there's those guys that the H3 guys, like Ethan and Ela Klein. They've been doing that really cool, I would say. I forgot the word. That is terrible. So they're doing that cool thing called Ela and Ethan Lazy Philanthropy, where they donate $500 every day to 3 people on Twitter. So just check them out at H3 Productions on Twitter. Well, they're targeting mostly people in the US, but they send them money through PayPal. They just send to 3 random people every day. Boom, $500. And why $500? Because, well, before they became like big time YouTubers, $500 sometimes made a difference between eating and starving in a month. When they just got broke, they were hard broke. And a lot of people are going to be broke in these times. People getting laid off, people being put on furlough. So to see a sort of, gesture out there is really nice and heartwarming. So I'll just end up on that note, showing out what they're doing. So check them out at H3H3 Productions on Twitter. They have a YouTube channel. Actually, they have two YouTube channels. The H3H3 Production, which was dormant for a couple years, but just came back with 2 new videos a couple weeks back. And their now main channel, which is the H3 Podcast channel, which, when come to think about it, I kind of owe a lot to them. Not just for like the videos that I made over the years or the podcasts and stuff, but like I discovered so much of the things that I enjoy right now through their podcast. Like a bunch of comedians that I discovered, like Bill Burr, Chris D'Elia, all these people. I saw them guest on the H3 podcast before I knew who they were, which is great to some people that knew about them, but me, I didn't. I just found out. I thought, oh, they did good, at least by me. Maybe discover a bunch of things that I enjoy. They listen to more or less on a daily basis, like different comedian podcasts and stuff. And yeah, thought I'd shout them out, especially with that great gesture that they're doing of randomly giving strangers $500 every day, which is a symbolic amount for them, for their reminder of their time when they were broke before they moved to their YouTube glory. Alright, this was Jean Domingue. This is a Maybe Daily podcast. Oh, there you go, that's the name. Maybe Daily. So this was Maybe Daily, episode 1. I hope you'll enjoy it. Very different again from the classic people drink words, but yeah, I'll see you around. Peace.